for this evening, and I have some white potatoes as can be seen, and I have some collard greens. I haven't had much of an appetite, but we're gonna go for it today. So I'm gonna actually make mashed potatoes with a little bit of jalapeno peppers in there. Yep, a jalapeno pepper in there, and I want to saute my greens. That's what I want. Instead of cooking in the traditional way and just like water. And here's my jalapeno pepper. Let's put that to the side. Let's see. Oh, there's a few things I will need to garner. Of course, for the greens. This is probably going to be in the next. But no, it won't. Let me put those there. So I hope you guys can see what I am up to here. And then I'm going to get to chopping. But first, I'm going to pair this. I'm going to pair my white potato. I'm just going to pair them. I don't like for things to get messy. Let me get, well, let's put my trash. Okay. I'm going to put that over to the side. I'm just waiting for someone to jump on and join me. Thank you, everyone that watches this channel. I appreciate you for just watching. It's a lot of channels and subscribing. I appreciate you. My daughter came home today. She said, I thought you was cooking. I said, oh, I'm doing it right now. I was a little fatigued today, but that's okay. I got my proper rest. She has her Valentine's Day things going in motion that she's preparing for. So I'm like, okay. She's all ecstatic about that. 18. So you can only imagine. So we are doing some work around here as well. We're not just cooking, but we're cooking and cleaning. Well, we'll be doing both before we turn in for the night. Oh, hi. Oh, my God. You guys are quick. I looked on there. Was no one, and now 17 people on here. Thank you guys for watching and joining me. Just preparing the meal, as I was saying. And now there are 7. As I was saying, I haven't had much of an appetite since I had encountered a few symptoms, coughing symptoms, but I'm still drinking my lemons with my fresh ginger, bay leaves, my agave. I done went through the other whole jar agave over there. So we're just cooking a meal for tonight. I do have some fresh collard greens over there that I'm gonna put my hands on in a minute and clean and wash those out. They are so much, I like them sauteed as opposed to just boiling them. Tastes well like that is what too, but if you ever saute them in oil, oh my gosh, whole different taste. Well, I like a lot of oil on them anyway. Anyhow, I put lots of oil in my food, lots of olive oil, especially in things like spaghetti. If I make that, I put a lot of oil. So, let's pair this one. This is an easy meal to make. Get it in some water. I'm gonna dice them up and put them in water. This will be underway for cooking. And how's everyone doing out there? And keep in mind, I can't see inside the chats. I can, sometimes I can't see them off of there either. I think you need to I think my screen would have to be bigger, or someone would truly just be managing it the whole time. And I do love potatoes. It's not something I can eat often. Oh, and I took a break like 5, 6 days. Well, might as well say a week off from working out. No, 5 days. Then I worked out again. So I'm hoping I get to work out again tonight. Worst case scenario, if I don't, I'm going to do my 10-minute Tai Chi walking in the house. I'm just learning how to do that as well. I'm going to incorporate that. Uh-oh. Here we go. Excuse me, to turn away from my food, which is why I haven't been doing like a whole bunch of cooking. I didn't have an appetite with the cough and just, standing over your food cooking, even though I'm going to wash and clean it very well. You don't want to be doing that while you're cooking. Walk away again. So just bear with me. All right. How's everyone doing today? Let me see. Hi there, Juju, Mora, JA8Y. I just happened to come behind the camera for a second. And then I know when I was little, we had a potato. It was a grater, actually. I never liked grating. I never liked grating potatoes. Never liked grating potatoes. Not with no grater. I did not. So, okay, here we go. We're going to, let me move these out the way. Put the greens over here because I need to wash the potatoes. Let's see which knife am I gonna use. I think I'm gonna go in with this one. Y'all know this is my favorite part, the chopping part. We are going to, this is an easy meal. Uh-oh, see that? We won't be eating this one. I feel like if this is bad, the whole thing is. So no problem. It's just gonna be a couple of us tonight. There's still enough, more than enough. I don't like that though. It's got a bad one. I'm taking a peep around here at the camera every now and then. I have my strainer over here to get to washing these potatoes. Yeah, I don't like to get no bad food or fruit, anything like that. Juju, it's just you and me, look like. I see another second person on that, no name. Uh-oh. I saw another spot over there. What's going on? Yeah, I did. I know I saw that. These potatoes, they weren't in a bag. You know, you buy potatoes in a bag, which I do. I buy them in a bag as well, but they were just individual. So I'm like, okay. That's how I bought these. Because I didn't need like a whole giant bag. I just needed enough to cook my meal with. Because I don't like them to sit in the refrigerator like so long. You know, and then still go bad. Just old. I'm sitting in there. Oh, I'm doing well, Juju. Thank you for asking. I'm all right. I'm doing better. Remember, I had I had went to a event where it was a lot of people, and then I left it. The very next day I got up, I had a scratchy throat, so runny nose, you name it. So I haven't been wanting to cook or really had an appetite like um, you know, I didn't have much of an appetite. So that's why I've kind of been limited. I've been a little limited with being on here. You know, don't want to be coughing and all that jazz either. Not even for myself. But I'm cooking tonight because I can't keep starving my daughter either in my household. Mm-hmm. But, she's still been eating, but my cooking. So that's one of those things there. Next is going to be I'm going to chop these up. Then I'm going to wash and pick my collard greens, which won't take long. All right. There we go. These are nice and clean. This is plenty for us. Put some Himalayan salt in there. Yeah, these are bad. Right here, Put this right on in garbage. Okay, I don't need all of these knives. Maybe I don't know, let's see. Let's see. Let's take the little one. Put the jalapeno pepper. Now, I don't like to cut things up after. Cut my seasonings up after I've, washed my grains. I just want this to go right in the pot. Now, I'm going to put some of these. I'm going to cut this up really fine because I want a little bit in my, I won't put them in the full pot because my daughter, I don't think she's going to like the jalapeno peppers. She liked them, but not, I don't think she's going to like them in no mashed potatoes. But I do, so I'll just keep them to the side for myself. That's how I'm going to do that. And some of them are going to go in the greens. So that's what we're going to do with these right here. I like to see the color in the food. I really do. That is fascinating to me. The color itself. Okay, so now let's, I don't know, this might not be the knife. Sometimes it just isn't. Let me turn this over. I tried this immunity shot. It was called Wake Me Up. And I bought it downtown Chicago, and it was pretty good, but it was really strong, like fresh wheatgrass. And I said, I'm gonna have to go back to making me some fresh wheatgrass that you can grow in the house, and even grow me some to have, get the things in your body that you need. So I'm gonna start out. No, I'm gonna need this more of this for my greens. A little bit piece more. And part of that yellow one. Put this down in the bottom of that pot. Let them saute. And you will have something great to eat in a short amount of time. In a short amount of time. See, I don't like this cutting in the way that it's cutting. We need ridges, right? We need ridges. There we go. We need ridges. You hear that? And some of them not as sharp as the other ones. So I just pull them all out. But these veggies are going in the bottom of my grain pot. bottom of my collard greens. I won't have to cook tomorrow because I'm cooking now. I do want to go for some garlic, some fresh garlic, and that'll do it for my green seasoning. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. That's on. Oh, red onion. A bit of red onion and garlic, and that'll do it. That will do it. Let's see. There's my red onion and garlic. Let me remove these. Thank you all for watching. Let me know where you're watching from. That would be helpful. Let me know where you are watching from. Okay. I am in Chi-Town, guys. None other than the Windy City, Chicago. And we've been having some great weather here, too. For this time of year, phenomenal. Because it's normally crying cold. If you ever been here, crying cold this time of year. Yes, it is. This really lifts the flavor in your food. I say, if you just season your food well, with fresh seasoning, your food will taste very, very good. I know some people say, oh, I don't like how it tastes. You have to season the food really well. As you hear me say a lot of times, I put more of this seasoning in here than the seasoning that you shake on the food. I use that as well. I use different ones. Like this is pink Himalayan salt. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use a little bit of that. Some black pepper. I'm gonna go real basic today as far as the seasonings. The seasonings that I'm gonna shake on the food. Real basic. I may use some, I'll see what else I have over there in the cabinet. I may use a few more things, but we shall see. We shall see. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. We shall see. You know, garlic is so small, but it gives great flavor in food. It's a cold fighter too. Probably need to chew a couple of these pieces. But oh, I don't like to have no, no type of symptoms. I bind all of that. In Jesus' name. Sorry. Okay. Here we go. Now, I'm getting to the nitty-gritty of this. Okay. I can cut my garlic up. Uh-oh. First of all, excuse me, this is irritating me. This one still has the skin on it. Okay. And then the beauty of, you know, once you do cook, you don't have to like cook the next day unless you just want to. Some people want fresh food every single day. I know some people, they don't eat leftovers at all, period. They just, you know, they just don't like them. In my house, we eat leftovers. We like our leftovers, and sometimes they taste even better, especially things like spaghetti, greens, you know, taste much better the next day. You do? So yeah, I'm just telling the people in this house we eat leftovers.
I always eat my leftovers.
Okay, so now that that's done, let me go in for, I don't like, please don't be in my video.
No.
I don't like for my, where I'm working at to be, you know, it's gonna get messy, of course. That's just my own idiosyncrasy. Okay, now, you can see that. Here's my, it's just a little small patch of collard greens. This is why I'm gonna stir fry them. Yeah. And I noticed this is a new local farmer that bought these here. I've never seen that tag before. So I'm going to do something different. And see, when they fresh, it make a difference. When you have collard greens or greens and a lot of them is bad, and the reason I like, this is my favorite greens. I like all the turnips, mustard, but they're very easy to wash and clean. You have to make sure there's no, if they're not washed properly, let me digress. You have to make sure there are no bugs on them. And if you don't wash them properly, what will happen is they will be very gritty. They're not supposed to be in the pot and gritty. That is not supposed to. If you bite down into some greens and it tastes like dirt, is in them, then it probably is dirt in them. So, and what I'm going to do is once I cut these up, now, because they're so large, I don't have to, I normally just like pick through every single one. Today, I'm gonna roll them up. They're so fresh, and I've actually had these in the fridge. I've actually had these in the refrigerator for a few days, and so they're fresh. They are truly fresh. But I'm gonna wash these several times. My sink is really, really deep. I'm gonna wash these several times before I put them in the, before I begin to saute them. I'm gonna wash them several times. And I'm thinking, I might only need to saute one of these tonight. That's what I'm thinking. Because I don't have much of an appetite. And I don't, you know, I could like eat them the next day, but let me see. Yeah, this is a good amount for sauteing. I don't know if I need the other two bunches now. If you're gonna like just cook them in the pot, I see just one bad one, so I'll remove that. This is actually good. Stems. I will remove that stem like that is really thick unless you're gonna. Now I'll tell you what, the stems are good for juicing, but I'm not. I don't have like grapes and no, I don't have anything to be juicing with for now. But yeah, I think, to be honest with you, I think this is all I need for tonight. I'm gonna wash this. Maybe one more because it does shrink. Maybe one more. See how beautiful these are? Look at that. How beautiful these are. So what I'm gonna do is put them in here. Put some water on them. But no, they gotta have a deep wash in the sink. Not just this. I don't know what the heck I'm thinking about. They gotta go down in the water like they gotta be fully baptized, right? I'm gonna, yeah, these are very beautiful looking. So I like that. That is helpful. My potatoes are over there boiling. Juju, you hanging in there with me? Somebody is. Okay, so we need to look at these to make sure they're not bad. That's the only way you can roll them up like that and cut them, because if they not good on the inside, you're not gonna be able to do that. All right? Make sure they're not like horrible. Yeah, these are some pretty good looking greens here. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. They are pretty darn good looking. And that's what you want. Take this part off the tab. That's what you want. You know, that is what you want. I see one little spot. Oh yeah, I got a good batch here. Very good batch. Oh, that one don't look so great, but that's not bad. Out of a bunch like this, that is not bad. So here we go. And go back into this roll. Some people just pick them with their hands. Thank you for joining me on here. Let me know where you're watching me from. These are some very good, fresh looking greens. And I'm just gonna saute them once I wash them several times. I'm going to just saute them, but they need to be washed several times. So they are not really, they're very clean actually, but I'm still gonna wash them good 4 to 6 times. Once I feel that they're clean, they are going to go down in my wok-like skillet because I'm sauteing them instead of just boiling them. We're cooking them the traditional way, which is boil. I'm gonna cut these fingers, that's for sure, but I need these for working. Cooking and working with. Especially since I'm chatting, cooking and chatting. But I enjoy popping on here and just talking and chatting up a storm. Well, maybe I will just cook these. I can always put this in the freezer if I don't want to eat it. Because they're not that much, and I'd rather do that than they go bad. These may have a few hi there, thank you guys for joining me. I am meal prepping for my greens. I have white potatoes on boiling for making mashed potatoes. Some I don't eat often, but I love potatoes, but I know I can't just eat them like that. And again, let me just do this with this one all together. Alexa, stop. I think it's like the, no, I was on a different line and I had to say Alexa, stop before. It's funny. Funny, but not ha funny. I'm like, uh-oh. So yes, these are pretty clean here. I'm really liking this. Pretty darn clean, which means I don't have to wash the life out of them, but they're going to get washed, thoroughly washed. I don't really like how that one looks so much. And I remember none of my children used to eat greens. And I have 3 adult people that I've mothered. And especially my oldest son, he said, it tastes like wet leaves. And I asked him, had he had wet leaves before? So, you know, how would you know how wet leaves taste unless you have? So, but then he eats greens now. The baby boy, not too much. And then my daughter definitely, she probably started eating greens maybe like, maybe a year or 2 ago. But she eats greens now. And I'm like, you have to keep trying food. Well, some things, if you don't like them, you just don't like them. But you have to try things to see if you like them. Now, let me say something about that with food. I am going to put my bay leaves. Let me get them. These will really make your food taste very well, especially greens. I'm just going to put a few of those there. I'm going to put about 6 of these in my pot. Love, love, love me some bay leaves. In fact, I need to just put the rest of it in here because I'm sure YouTube will let me know if I can't show a label on here or something. I need the other part of this. Where is it? Found it. So yeah, bay leaves are very medicinal. I've been using them for my tea as well. I don't want to put my ring so because it's almost camouflage over there. Okay. You guys hanging in there with me? I see you are. A couple of you guys are. So, here we go. And normally I always just like pick these apart, and then I just like, I don't normally roll them, but just doing something different. And again, they very clean. So trust me, I'm gonna still wash them. Because they're still, you know, they came out the ground. They're very pretty. And then when greens just look bad, I just don't even buy them. You know, when they just look awful, I don't buy them. This is one place I go to in Chicago. It's called, I'm going to just say the name, Leamington's. It's a grocery store on the west side of Chicago. You can go there rain, sleet, or snow, winter, in season, out of season. They are going to have super fresh greens. I don't know where they get their greens from, but I've never went there. I've never been there and the greens are like bad. Never. Put some sea salt in my, regular sea salt in my, said Himalayan salt. But put a little bit, I like to cook my salt in the food. I mean, for example, I'm making these, excuse me for walking away. For example, I'm making mashed potatoes. I like to cook the salt in the food. Not, you know, now look at that. I don't add seasoning to the food after I've cooked it. Look how beautiful these are. Hope you can see it. How great. Let me come over here so you can see how beautiful these are. You see that? You see that? So, hang on. What I'm going to be doing is going from side to side. And make sure this water is kind of cold. Cool at least. Cool temperature. Yep. That'll work right there. Cleaning this other side up over here. So what you do is, let me bring this in some so you can see that. As well, what you do is, all this is going in the pot. The bay leaves, all of that is going in the pot. You keep taking these from side to side of the sink. I wonder if you can see both sides. I want you to be able to see both. Yeah, I think you can now. I'm not sure. Yeah, so this is how I washed and cleaned them. Sink's very deep. This thing almost 12 inches deep. It's a good, no, it's about, I'm looking at a good 8 or 9 inches deep there. Maybe it's not more greens than I thought it was. Because I'm just going to saute it, because you know they shrink. But they are still dirty. Remember I was telling you how beautiful they are and how clean they are. They are still very dirty, which is why they have to be washed. And you can see this water, how dirty that water is. Yeah, because they have to be washed. Thank you. I got it. This should be fine. So you're going to go like so, from side to side. Now, I can tell you, I don't eat everybody's greens, even out of the, because everybody don't know how to cook. They don't know, everyone doesn't know how to clean greens. And you can eat some and they are gritty. That is not a good experience. It is not a good experience. So, this is what you want to do. Make sure they're clean. Thank you for joining me there. I am washing greens. Here are what's going in the pot. We have hot peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers, fresh garlic, red onions, and bay leaves to season these greens here. So now I'm gonna go back to this side here because this is how I wash my greens. And they are dirty. Until I get them clean, I just keep washing them till they are clean, clean. And this water is still dirty over here. When the water turns clear, very clean, then that's when I know they're not dirty. I can go ahead and put them in a pot. But they are pretty darn dirty. And I suppose I said, oh, they look pretty clean. I'll put them in the pot. I won't be doing that. And you know, I'm definitely not going to say any names, but you can buy greens already washed, and I still wash those. That's what I want to say. I still wash them because I don't know how well they've been washed. So I may be a little OCD with that one. Excuse me. And you know what I count for that? No, I'm not OCD. I count for that one. Thanks for giving me a meal, kiddo. So this is looking pretty good for me. I don't know if this is done. They don't look too done to me. I will put it back. They don't look done.
When they was hard the last time
Okay.
I put them in there.
Okay, cool.
That's fine.
Maybe 2 minutes or something. Hi there. Thank you for joining me. We are washing greens, making sure they are very clean before I put them on. These will be sauteed. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do half of them tonight and put the other half in the freezer or something because we're not gonna eat all these. So we'll definitely do this. Did you use all the almond flour?
Huh?
You used all the almond flour last night?
No.
Excuse me, okay, I forgot I'm on. Okay, I didn't forget, but I'm on YouTube. Okay, these are pretty. Let's give it one more wash on the other side, and they should be good to go. One more for good measure, just to make sure they're very clean, right? Just make sure they are very clean. I think they're just about clean enough to go in the pot. Still a little dirty, just a little. But I don't see like no trash, sand, if you will. It's not sand, but you know what I mean, dirt. It's the right word, dirt. I don't see dirt in the water anymore. Yes, you're gonna see the greenish color because they're greens. Excuse me, I gotta just walk away from my food. This is why I have not been cooking. Where is my? One second. I didn't touch my face. I covered my mouth. I should have, but then I'm cooking. I'm gonna get these on so I can step away a minute. Wash my hands safely. Reason. Okay, last time over here. Last time. And they should be good to go. Yeah, this much the water's getting even cleaner, which is what I want. And so I'm going to bring this video to a close. Thank you guys for watching. Again, these ingredients here are going in the pot with some, I think I have vegetable oil. Yes, I do. With some vegetable oil, and I'm going to saute them. Thank you guys so much for watching.